Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the Virgo channel. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to my Virgos. Hope everyone is gonna do something fun today. Even if you're just decided to dress up to celebrate the holiday. All right. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Laura. I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel and all my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I do look at everything, but it would take a lot more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, to see how they play it as karmic themes, to help you understand why everything's playing out the way that it is, right? We're magnets of who and what come into our life, and sometimes nothing comes into our life. And we're like, why isn't anything happening? You know? Or sometimes the energy is, we don't like the energy that comes into our life. And when we say, well, I'm trying to be a positive person, I'm trying to be a good person. And, I keep on having, these bad experiences and the experiences that have, mirrored previous experiences, and you feel like you've changed. So, I deal with a lot of people that have been on their healing journey for a long time, and they just haven't really seen the results. And the reason why is because a lot of healing is done when you're on your path. And so it's a soul, it's an individual thing. It's not that you're with somebody when you're on that path. It's an unfoldment process. It doesn't mean that you can't date a person, but ironically, that's always when the karmic person comes in, right? The karmic person always comes in when you're focused on something, when you're not focused on meeting anyone. So, we have to understand why things play out in order to like satisfy the reptilian mind. Otherwise, we stay stuck ruminating and we stay stuck in a bad energy. And we don't want to stay stuck in a bad energy. There's only two energies, love and fear. When we are in the energy of unconditional love, we're open to receiving, our hearts open, we're able to give and receive of love, we're able to be the expression of love. We're not able to fully be the expression of love if we need healing. And we wouldn't know where we need healing in unless things were playing out and we weren't really liking what was playing out, right? All right. And I could say like what's playing out could also not even be a problem. It's the perception that there is a problem based on previous experiences. That's the problem when a person's gone through trauma. They may not be anything wrong, and the mind is still going to be hypervigilant, trying to look for things that are wrong. And then we see what we look for, right? So to understand why everything's happening so that we can change our habits, change our behaviorisms, and then we're able to see what we can actually do in place of that habit, behaviorism, or again, whatever you're feeding, right? You only have so much energy. So if your energy is going towards something that isn't feeding you back, well, then it keeps you in a place of deficit. Or if you're around someone that's toxic all the time or angry all the time, you know, you're gonna wind up, that energy is gonna wind up affecting you. So it's always about trying to be aware of why things are happening. And once you like really understand that you're the alchemist of your life, you'd be really surprised in who you're gonna keep around in your life and who you don't, because it all matters. So the underlining energy is fantasizing. Fantasizing. We're going to pick another one. The words of the video are always on the first card or two that I pull out is the underlining energy that tells us why everyone does what they do. Really important when you're dealing with a person that wears masks, creates facades. Criticism. So I feel like you've been in separation from someone that, yes, they are tend to be disassociated, from their feelings, from their emotions, from even how they treated you for a long time. However, I do feel like they're beginning to wake up. And it took them a long time to like even change their perception. The person that's disassociated from it may know, but they don't really know the consequences. They're like, oh, it's not a big deal. They don't have a feeling one way or the other about it. And I feel like they didn't have a feeling one way or the other about how they treated you. Now they do, because this person is fantasizing that you're gonna like tell them off when you see them, because this person has tried to reach out to you. They have tried to like try to, I feel like a friendship, reestablish, to try. And it could have been something so small, but this person, in their mind, their perception is that they tried. So this person could have just liked something on Facebook, and what they see is, you don't trust them, and you don't trust them because, hey, they had an opportunity to fix whatever they needed to fix. And even now, they choose not to fix it. They stay in their pride because they do so little. They do so little because this person doesn't want the rejection. They already know that they didn't treat you well and they neglected themselves, but they really self-neglected because they were stubborn. So now they're in a place of worrying because, again, okay, now we're seeing they abandoned you. They were probably abandoned you during a particular time that was a that you needed someone in your life. Yeah, what they did is they abandoned you and they just left the relationship in a place of like imbalance that you were like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And that's what they wanted. They wanted that. But why would a person want to do that? I mean, we're going to look and just go a little bit deeper to look at why a person does that. And then we're going to look and see what this person really feels about you. Before we jump in and see how they sabotage the connection. So this person, like, just they they don't have an identity of their own. That's what this looks like. It's like there's a part of this person that's just very superficial. They're a poser. They cover up. It's like they create the illusion that there's someone that they're not to cover up the wounds, their blockages. So they could never really get you to be that close to them, because if you're going to be that close to them, you're going to see everything, right? And this person's hiding who they are, and they are hiding. So I feel like this person pretended that they cared a lot more than they actually did. It's like they wanted you to like fall head over heels for them. They wanted you to be swept away, caught up in the romance. And really, it would have just been a fling. So that's the thing. This person treated you the way that they treat everybody else, is what I feel. And there was a sense that, hey, they knew who you were, that you're a great catch. You're a great catch. You're everything that you may say. Like, I'm a good person. And I'm a good person. I try to be. That's how this reading actually started. Remember that you feel like you did a lot of healing. So why would you attract a person like this into your life? If you're like, hello, I've done a lot of healing and I feel like, and really, this person is the one that rushed in and they didn't want to lose their chance with you. They saw that you were everything that you are striving to be, but they knew that you didn't really feel that way about yourself because you gave time to this person. And so they thought that they could again come in and lie, wear the disguise, pretend that they cared a lot more than they did, and it would have been just a fling. And the thing is, you didn't fall for it is obvious, because if this person would have gotten what they wanted, well, then they would have, just toyed with you. So I feel like this person just acted like, oh, this is part of the process. It's like we don't need to rush they were telling you like that they were like, oh, you're rushing, trying to rush the process. But this person was toying with you, playing games, thinking that you were going to stay in a fog when really they're just a person that's wild at heart, knowing that you would be consumed with them if you slept with them. But this person has prickly defenses. So now they're in a place of anger because, hey, they didn't get what they wanted. They see you as completely different energy now, where it's almost like this person gets what they want, and then when they get what they want, they're not respectful of that energy. So now we're going to see again what this person really feels about you, because now that they didn't get what they want, you got away, you saw exactly, you know, who they are. It's almost like now they're consumed with you. They wanted you to be consumed with them. They wanted you to chase them. They wanted to like you to be so caught up, and they really thought that that would happen. I want to get back together, but I'm afraid. So it's again, maybe this never really, I feel like, got off the ground for most of you. But this person wants back in your life. They want back in your life. They want to have that position. I still want to be friends, but it's hard for me right now. So this person is like, doesn't really, can't be friends with you because, hey, you might reject me. And then it's also if I take you back, well, then they don't have the leverage. I feel like this person's never been in an equal give and take reciprocity type of relationship. They're the person that comes in, they lie, they wear a disguise, they don't really want anything. All they want is a fling, and then they get that. And then they're out of there. And then they have people that chase them, that give them that energy, which is what this person thought was going to happen with you. And the thing is, now what I see is that this person has feelings for you. And they're like, well, I can't be friends with you if I have feelings for you. That's number one. And number two, down deep inside, I really want to get back together with you because I want another chance. Please give me time to work on myself some more. So this person knows that also that you wouldn't take them back because they're not on your vibration. They were a player and they're still a player because they don't even know that they could stand to your level. Now it's just you won't let me be play on you, and now I'm like in love because you triggered this avoidant with abandonment. And really, they tried to abandon you again, thinking that you were going to chase them. Now they're like, well, I can't chase you, first of all. And it's also because of their wounds, them even coming back and apologizing it's like too much for them. It's like they're not ready. It's too painful for me to see you right now. Yeah, because this person like doesn't want the rejection, know that hey you wouldn't take me back, and there's a part of me that doesn't even know if I'm capable of that, and that's really what it is. So this is where they are right now in the moment, and then we have to say again, is it really important how they treated you? Well, we can see that that this person was is still like on the fence about what they want, and understand if a person doesn't create the emotional intimacy, that's where it'll stay. Because we only know what we want when we feed what we want time, so that we can see, trust is something that's acquired over time. But we have to feed it, and this person has an issue with giving, is what you know. So it's again, you just felt forgotten about, which is what this person, and as if you never existed. And the reason why is because this person doesn't know what they want. So it's still like that. And they just had time for everything else except for you, and while you tried to like be patient with this person, you just felt like, well, the more that you held on, the more upside down your life became, right? That you were living um upside down mainly because it was an endless cycle where this person was still not giving you anything. They might have said and they might have cared because they do care, but as you can see, they just didn't want to miss their chance with you. They saw your worth. They felt you didn't see your worth, which is understand that's how this person operates. If they have gotten away with that shady behavior before with other people, and they're pretty cocky with themselves, they're a player. They were never planning on having the emotions, and the truth of the matter is it triggers their trauma, and then, this person is lazy. And that's because, again, stuck and stupid. They don't really know what they want. A lot of this person knows that they would have to go back and do a lot of healing. And it's like, is this even what I want? Because they haven't fed the connection, and they also are basing everything on past experiences. And, there is a fear of change. So they stay in a place of imbalance because of fear, and understand, so this person's so much in fear, they just, part of them being a player, it's their self-image, and that's why they do as they do. So the best that you can say here is, why did you attract this person into your life? You're a mirror of who and what comes into your life. And so we're going to pull six. Guys, there goes. I am going to be doing your shadow healing coaching at 4:30 today. And I will also be doing a live stream later on tonight, or try to. Might not be able to get to the live stream. I'm going to try to, if I can get done with everything I need to do. Just might be earlier than what it normally is. Like, I would be on normally at 8:30, but I forgot today's Halloween. And I had a little Halloween party that I said that I would attend to, but I will get that coaching in. Okay, even if you guys can't, be interactive because you won't be on it, you can catch it in the, live stream. They'll always be up there for you. Okay, so we have to say, why did you attract this person into your life? Well, we see trauma creates detachment and disassociation. So you grew up in trauma where you were oppressed, and that's parent, a very overpowering parent, where, psychologically and emotionally you weren't allowed to use your voice, you weren't allowed to create boundaries, you didn't feel safe. Sorry, that's protection. You didn't feel safe, and over time, like, you lost hope, and that's really what happened because of that trauma. So we can see why you attracted this person into your life that's like, was detached and disassociated. That's how your reading started. Like, that person, like, has detachment issues. They disassociated. Look, disassociated. That's why you connected to this person. It's like the inner child wound is what this person represents, where you were dealing with a parent that was disconnected from your feelings. You had to also survive through being disconnected and because of that trauma. So, and when it's trauma where you don't feel safe, where you're not able to, like, use, you know, your voice to, ask for what you need, because, hey, you are pressed. So again, it wouldn't be uncommon to have people around you that want to stop you from succeeding, that don't want to see you achieve, like, what's due to you. And that's because, hey, they liked it better when you were in a lower vibration, especially this person, when they perceived you to be someone that you weren't. Because, hey, they want to be with you, they just don't want to give time due to their shit. But Spirit says you can see why you attracted this person into your life. It's, again, the disassociation and oppress. That's not what this person does. They're an avoidant. So they're going to oppress you. They're just not going to do it physically. They're not going to do it maliciously, where they try and put other people in front of you and psychologically try to, like, manipulate you into perceiving that you're someone that you're not. They're going to, do it by not giving you anything, starving you out, making you feel as if you're insignificant. So you really have to become strong within yourself, because, you're dealing with people that have big egos. It's their self-image. And if you're making someone look smaller than what they want to feel due to who you are, whether that's who you are in the community, that's what you do. So you're dealing with a person's ego, and if people are continuously trying to wear you down, and it's going to wear on you. So you really have to like put your armor on and, do what you love, stay in the energy of love. No one knows this more than I do, trust me. It's like, because when a lot of people don't want you to succeed, understand you have to stay close to God. And God says no one can take what's yours. You can forfeit what's yours if you let these people bother you, affect you, make you perceive that you're less than, right? It's like, so be true to you, because understand whatever you're doing is like your light is affecting a lot of people's demons. And it's because, hey, they don't look as big or as important as they wanna be if they're not out in the community and really helping people and being of service. So we're going to pull 6 cards to see again why you embodied this, but I pretty much just channeled why. But we're going to see how these cards line up. Sometimes that happens, it's just how it happens with me. Break the silence. Again, use your voice. So you have to reparent yourself, because it's all about integrated, those fragment parts of yourself. So again, growing up detached, disassociated, again, with people that act indifferent to you. Understand, Spirit says you have to pour yourself more into you. And you do that, that will help, to integrate the spiritual lesson. And you may have to use your voice to set boundaries and ask for what you need. And, a spirit says go into the unknown. A lot of times you can't heal in the same place that you got sick. So people, in your environment want to show you that you're not worthy, or that they're not going to give you the opportunity. You have to, again, know that the world is a very big place, and you will find your people. You may have to go into the unknown, but Spirit says, that's where you find yourself. You open up your heart to the new, where true growth is really occurs, because you get to see yourself differently. You get to see yourself differently because people that have no judgment, you're not triggering them because they want to do what you're doing. You're meeting people that resonate with you, that admire what you're doing. That's number one. And number two, this person, again, them ignoring you. Well, again, there's two energies, love and fear. You could either give your energy to this person, and they would have depleted you, giving you nothing, making you stay in that same energy of, hey, you're not worthy. Or you could pour into yourself. And as you pour into yourself, you're connecting to the right people. Again, the world is a big place, and understand God always will, display its glory through the perceived broken. So a lot of times, the people that are wishing you pain and wishing your downfall, they're actually fueling your success, because the universe says, well, it doesn't work that way, where you wish someone bad. You're the one that's going to have bad things happen because you're holding on to that energy, where you just need to go into the unknown. You can't control your environment, but you can control you. You can't make a person like you or change. You're protected no matter what, though, Spirit says. Know that you are protected and guided by unseen forces. So the people that may be pretending to be your friend, well, may not really be your friends, or people that want to claim to like want your best interest. They don't really want your best interest. And you know that because again, you can see how they are, but you're divinely protected. So they can't take what's yours. You can only forfeit what's yours. And a lot of times these forces come into your life to challenge you. to make you stand true to who you are. Stay true to your path, regardless. The Spirit says just align your actions with your heart's true desires. Follow your passion. Now, even though that there's a person on this, understand we always want to follow our passion for life. And that's what calls to our spirit. And the reason why is that's how we fill our own cup up. We won't fill our cup up with another person. We can enhance a person's life, they can enhance our life, but they can never fill our cup up. So when you follow your passion, then you become in alignment with the right energy. This person was a karmic because they don't know what they want. And a person that doesn't know what they want is going to expect you to sacrifice. I want you. I don't want to miss my chance, but I don't want to be uncomfortable about it. Not your person. Not your person. Again, Spirit says, follow your heart. Again, that's create yourself, become yourself, go into uncharted territory, go into the unknown. It's like you'll meet your person, you'll meet your people. It's like this is a very small spot to be in. You know, that but you're protected. No one can stop you. This is to help you release the limiting beliefs that you were taught about yourself through the trauma that you endured. Free yourself by going into the unknown, by becoming yourself, is what Spirit says. Because this was just a karmic. We're never supposed to be with someone that doesn't know what they want. And we leave off with belief. Believe in yourself. That's what Spirit says. Wants you to love yourself. Believe in yourself and the beauty of life and the goodness of God, that you have the power to fulfill your dreams, that you can achieve success. Even if you're like, it doesn't feel like I can. Spirit says it can. You just need to believe. And it's a faith walk and it takes time. It takes time. And that we have to just be in the energy of love by doing what we love, and that time will go fast. That you have the power to fulfill your dreams. The will of the Almighty supports you. Again, you're protected. No one's going to stop you. No one's going to hurt you. No one's going to just stay in the energy. Hey, you'll trigger people, but who cares? It's again, the Spirit says you're divinely protected. Those people wouldn't want to look bad because you look too good. Your life is showered in divine light, and your heart opens to the power of the universe. Because the power of the universe has the power of God, because God created the universe with its voice. You too can create the world with your voice, Spirit says. Understand it may be not here, but go into the unknown, and I promise you, you will find the answers, the people, the situations, the experiences that change your mind and your heart about who you perceive you are, what you perceive you can have. You can fulfill your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't or treat you less than. If people are treating you less than, then you're treating yourself less than. And Spirit says, I know that you can rise above that. Go bigger. Always go bigger because you're already intimidating. Just imagine if you go bigger. I'm going to leave that there. Love you guys. Sign up for the Psychic Soul Healer Shadow Program if you need shadow healing. You know, $7.99 a month. You can't beat it. Inner child healing, shadow healing, reparenting, all the healing modalities to help you heal the effects of trauma. Also, check out my products. Got a ton of products. You know, my book. I'm in the process of writing the second part of Healing the Effects of Psychic Trauma. There's a lot of healing modalities in the second half of that book. And it's a raw book. It definitely will keep you reading, and you're going to want to read the second half of the book. Made it just as raw. All right. I wanted to just put that out there. Be interactive with the channel. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. You got to show me love by liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.